Welcome back. Let's get working on this forecast, everybody. Starting off in GR, where we've got mostly cloudy skies. And I've been studying that infrared satellite imagery very closely. Could be studying the visible satellite imagery as well once the sun came up. But yeah, I can tell that there's a fair amount of clouds pretty much for everybody right now and out to the west. So I think we're going to hold on to mostly cloudy to perhaps at times partly sunny conditions going into this afternoon. That's going to mean the temperatures are not going to reach as high as their potential today, thinking more like the lower half of the 80s as opposed to the middle or upper 80s now. Nonetheless, upper 70s as we speak, with dew points that have crept into the lower 60s. So there is a subtle level of stickiness. Really, stickiness isn't the word. A subtle level of humidity to be felt as you take your step outdoors this morning, soon to be this afternoon. A south breeze or a southwest breeze, about 8 to maybe 10 or 12 miles per hour at times. Those will pick up a bit. I think we'll be noticing as we head out for lunch over the next hour or two, and then into the afternoon, southwesterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, folks. And though there can be a shower mainly south of Grand Rapids between now and probably 2, 3 o'clock, I think a lot of us are likely to stay on the rain-free side, but we will hang on to these mid-level clouds, really dimming sunshine, I do believe. There may be a spell where a little bit better sun comes out. I've got us going to 83, maybe 84 this afternoon. And then the thunderstorm prospects start to rise early to mid-evening. Latest runs in the models seem to be pushing it more towards mid-evening and then carrying some rain into the early overnight period. You'll see that on the particular model that I've got for you in just a moment. Strong thunderstorms are possible. I say expected, but thunderstorms expected. Strong thunderstorms are possible with the prospect for some severe weather in there this evening. So that is still conceivable as we go along today. Rain-free weekend, though. This is going to get out of here early tomorrow, leave us with warm temperatures, lower half of the 80s tomorrow and squarely in the mid-80s on Sunday, and then heat builds further once we get into next work week. You'll see that with my numbers in the temperature trend graphic in just a moment. This from the Storm Prediction Center. It does have the bullseye zone, or what you would, I guess, call the bullseye zone for this particular weather system across our area from Grand Rapids and southward, and of course off into southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, with the best threat for thunderstorms and the best chance probabilities for some gustier storms to come on through. And that would be, as I say, mid to late evening tonight, probably to give you a time frame, thinking maybe 6 o'clock to midnight, something on that order. More on that to come. Take a look at the temperatures, though. I mean, once we get beyond this system, I don't see a whole lot of prospect for rain going into next week. I mean, many of these days could be dry, or at least rain-free. They'll be quite humid at times, I do believe, with temperatures rising into the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. And this is the chart going out into week 2 of the forecast period, which encompasses July 3rd through the 9th. And there is a big ring of well above normal temperatures and focused right over the Great Lakes. So once we get into these warm temperatures and above normal type of temperatures next week, this could be sticking around for quite some time. There's some indications that we may keep summer, the hot weather going for a few weeks anyhow, well into the month of July. So stay tuned on that. High pressure over towards the east coast. You get a clockwise flow around that. So we're starting to get into some southerly winds, combined effect of the backside of that high and right out ahead of a cold front that is slowly approaching from the west. We've also got a low pressure system in southern Canada kind of driving all those fronts, and an upper level disturbance out ahead of the cold front and tagged along the warm front. You see there is some activity, though, here over southern Lake Michigan. So Berrien County appears as though we may already get in on some rainfall within the next, say, 30 to 60 minutes. So it is the Berrien County, Cass County corridor where some showers, possibly even some lightning and thunder, but not severe in the short term. This is just going to be helping to keep the atmosphere more stable, and that's some good news for the severe prospects for later tonight, I would think, as we keep a good deal of cloudiness, these high and mid-level clouds for all sections of West Michigan today. As I say, mostly cloudy to partly sunny. The model not really detecting that initial wave of showers down to the south very well, but there could be an additional shower really at any point this afternoon. The focus, though, for the thunderstorms that we've been talking about is going to be, as I say, between about 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock tonight. They come rolling through. But again, with all the clouds in place today, probably going to mitigate the upper expanse of how severe these storms can be. So certainly there can be some gusty winds and strong storms. We'll be tracking it with Ty Shesky and Eric Kostreva later on tonight. Kind of hopeful, though, that maybe we can escape this with just some gusty winds and heavy downpours. Tomorrow, it does warm back up to 83. And then, Deanna, check this out. To near 90 already by Monday and Tuesday.
Well, fundraisers